is a data integration tool. Talend is a data integration tool where you can integrate several data sources into a single data source, and you can perform so many data modifications, data changes using the Talend tool, and the Talend is a second generation ETL tool compared to the existing Informatica Omniscio, all these things. So Informatica Omniscio, all these things are the very first generation in the data integration part, and Talend came with a new different idea and easy usability and easy UI, where users can easily understand, easily create their ETL related task without any confusion, and with a straightforward approach. So Talend, we can say, the second generation ETL tool compared to the Informatica and Omniscio. And also the Informatica product cost is very high compared to any other thing, and it was occupied almost 90% of the ETL market earlier. So now, once the Talend came into the picture, Talend has occupied almost 60 to 70% of Informatica market currently, and it is a leader in the data integration area. So it is already crossed Informatica, already crossed Omniscio. Now it is the number one tool in the Informatica field. And how the performance will be: the more data, the better Talend performs. So if you have more data within your source, or you are trying to process, then it will perform according to the data. So it is 2x faster when there are 5 million of records, and 3.5x faster when there are 9.5 million records, and it is 7.x faster when there are 75 million records. This comparison with Informatica, basically 7.x faster than Informatica when there are 75 million of records. So this comparison is there compared to Informatica. So whenever in the current tools like Informatica and Omniscio, if the data load is growing, number of rows are growing in the data integration part, then the tool perform adversely. So to avoid this, Talend has came up with a different techniques in the data integration. So it has provided a future, like whenever the data increases, the performance should also increase, kind of thing. So let's come to the Talend average 7.x faster than Informatica on Hadoop. So let's discuss about how the performance will be there. Will be good in Hadoop compared to Informatica. So loading data into Hadoop, it is 2x faster than Informatica, and web clicks analytics, it is 9x faster. Ad campaign analytics, it is 10x faster, and product recommendation analytics, it is 11x faster. Of course, there are tools in Informatica to handle the big data, but the thing is, we need to buy the separate plugin for big data, and then separate license for big data plugins. All these things we need to buy. So once it is bought, we need to configure. There are so many steps to configure Informatica to handle the Hadoop thing. And if you see after that, if you see the performance, it is very worst performance compared to Talend. So Talend can provide loading into Hadoop. It is 2x faster. Loading data into Hadoop, it is 2x faster compared to Informatica. And WebClicks analytics is 9x faster. And then product recommendation analytics, it is 11x faster. It is very high performance compared to any other tool, not only Informatica. Okay, coming to the Talend products in the industry used, we have these many Talend products: the Talend Data Fabric, Big Data Integration, Cloud Integration, Data Preparation, Application Integration, and Master Data Management. These are the products currently available. So Talend Fabric is the licensed version where we need to buy from the Talend, and Within Talent Fabric, we have big data integration, so which is come with the data integration and big data integration both. And the data integration, it is only for data integration purpose, where you can't find any big data related components. And then cloud integration, it is whenever you want to run your jobs and monitor your jobs over cloud, then you can use this cloud integration. And the data preparation. Data preparation is nothing but nothing but you preparing your data according to your ETL needs. So application integration, if any application you need to integrate with Talend, and you need to make that application within a Talend as a component, then you can use this application integration. And master data management, so to construct your own master data management repository or your own master data management area, then it is a better tool for master data management. So these are the 6 products currently available in the Talend Data Fabric 6.3.1. I don't want to make you confused by explaining all this architecture and all today. So in the regular session, we are going to clearly discuss about how the architecture will be and how the components are working and what is the runtime and monitor control. All these things we'll discuss in our regular sessions. So this is a general unified platform overview of Talend, and then this is the architecture of big data integration, how the big data has been integrated with Talend, all these things. Next, coming to prerequisites to install Talend Data Fabric 6.3.1, we need to have the operating system that might be a Unix machine or a Windows machine. So Windows machine, Windows 7 is currently recommended. And for Unix, it is Linux Ubuntu 12.0.4 is recommended. But supported versions of Windows will be Windows 10, Windows 8.1, and Windows 8. And for Unix, Linux Ubuntu, Linux Enterprise 6.1. These are supported. Supporting softwares we need to. So before installing this Talend Fabric 6.1, we need to install Java JDK, and we need to set the Java_home, and then we need to have the database, Oracle or MySQL database to store the metadata of Talend while installing. And if you want to have the versioning, if you are very interested in versioning of your jobs, then we need to go with the SVN sheet. And the authentication currently supported by Talend are LDAP or Kerberos. We need to establish server authentication or if you are installing this in your local machine, sorry, but whenever we are applying for enterprise purpose, Kerberos authentication is must. Yeah, let's see how the tool will looks like. So this is Talend tool 6.3.1 evolution version. It is not Data Fabric. It is an evolution version, and it is free. So as we know, Talend is an open source, basically open source. So as part of open source, we'll get this tool, Talend Open Studio for Big Data 6.3.1. So as part of open source, we'll get this. But what is the difference between open source and the license version? So in open source, they'll provide the software, and you have to deal with all the issues. If the tool gives any issues, you have to deal with that. So there will not be any support from the Talend organization or any Talend guys. So if you buy a license version, there will be an integrated package, and apart from the package, you'll get the support from the Talend guys, Talend organization. For complete license expiry, till the complete license expiry. So that is the difference between open source and this. So this is the open source one. It is not a licensed one, Talend Open Studio for Big Data 6.3.1. So you can see there is no repository manager compared to Informatica. If you go to Informatica, there are repository manager, designer, workflow designer, all these things. There are so many four screens we have available. Once you're done with your data integration job, you need to go somewhere, and you have to design the workflow, and then you have to run somewhere, you have to create the connection somewhere. All these things are there. So here it is completely merged in one screen, completely merged in one scheme, and this is Eclipse, Java Eclipse based tool. So whatever see in your Eclipse, Java Eclipse, so it will also looks like similar format. So if you see in the left hand side, it is a repository area where you can create your repository items. And this is the middle block, middle window is a designer workspace, and the right side block is palette, where you can find out components, ETL components, and we can place those ETL components in the design workspace, and we can create our own jobs here. And then the below window is a workflow and execution window, where you can execute your jobs, all other stuff support. Okay, so let's see one sample in first show. Yeah, any questions so far, Pradeep? Any questions so far?
Yes, Raj. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is like big data means all the unstructured data, right? So what kind of analysis we do with the unstructured data? So how it? Currently, who are the competitors for this Talendo?
Currently, competitor, I think I don't think any competitor is there for Talend. So Informatica was the earlier competitor, so it is crossed already, and I don't think any other component other competitor exists. Um, yeah. So coming to big data, so you can perform any type of analytics compared to whatever you do in a Spark, you do in other tools. So you can do all those things in the Talend. Even execute the Spark more within the Talend. So Spark, you know about Spark, I think so. Spark is also one of the ETL technology. It's not a tool basically. It's the ETL code-based technology, where you can write transformations, and you can handle the data, unstructured data, using some Scala code or Python code. So all those things also can be performed within the Talend. So if you see the presentation, so the sample analytics, whatever here we are able to see, this one, loading data into Hadoop, is the one primary part, and then web click analytics. So web click analytics is nothing but gathering the click stream data, and then performing the analytics based on user requirement. And ad campaign analytics, that means whatever the ads has been published within a day, within a website, and how the ads have been performing, all these things. And then product recommendation analytics, that means what product you can recommend for a user based on his click streams. All these things analytics can be performed within the Talend. Okay, so we mostly focus on how you can gather this data, and how you can perform the transformations on the unstructured data within Talend. How you can load the data into HDFS, and how we can get the data from HDFS, and how we can perform the data transformation on HDFS. All these things we are going to discuss. Yeah, is that clear? Yeah, any further questions?
Yeah, clear, Raj.
Yeah. So this is for my first job. So you can see earlier it was a white screen. Now you can, in the middle window, you can see the design workspace, and then you can see so many palettes here, so many components in the palette here. So business intelligence, business custom code, data quality, databases, ELT, ESB, internet, logs and errors, orchestration. So all these products, all these components are able to bring it into your data integration needs, and you can perform the integration whatever the business demands. Okay, so yeah. So apart from this, let's come to our course content. So this is the data integration course content. Before going to big data, we need to have we need to get to know how we can create jobs, how we can bring the components onto the workspace, how we can connect, and how we can configure all these things we need to know. So in the content part, we have module. First module we are going to discuss about getting started with Talend, and in the second module we are going to discuss about jobs, and third module overview of schema and aggregations and connectivity of database in the fourth module. And fifth module, getting started with the routines and functions, how we write Java functions, especially the dedicated Java functions within your for your data integration need. So why this routines and functions they are providing a feasibility to write user routines and functions, because in some cases even though there are so many components, in some cases those components will not helpful for any of the data integration requirement given by the business. In that case, we write our own Java code for this for the functionality which we require, and we'll place that within the Talend to use within our job. So that is module 5. We'll start with the primary Java basics for 30 minutes. After that, we'll start how we can write your module or function, or sorry, routine or function with your Talend using Java. So in module 6, we'll talk about data transformation, and then in from module 7 onwards we'll start advanced topics. So the advanced topics like connecting a remote repository. From remote repository is nothing but if you are using a Zit or SVN server for versioning purpose, then we'll see how we can connect with the versioning servers and how we can manage our jobs, how we can store, how we can create branches. All these things we'll discuss in module 7, and module 8 we'll see how SVN branches will work and how we can create the branches. All these things. In module 9 we'll talk about how you execute a job in a remote repository, remote machine. So if you are creating your job here and we want to execute that in a remote machine, how we can do that in the module 9, and module 10, a monitoring activity. The job monitoring activity, how the job is executing, how many rows it has been loaded, and how many rows it has been rejected. All these things will be discussed in the monitoring job activity. In monitoring job 11, so module 11 we'll discuss about data capture, change data capture. That means change data capture is nothing but if you want to load the data multiple times from a single source or a single table, we might not require to load the entire data at once at every time. So in that case, we identify whatever the data changed or whatever the data changed within the database or table. So we'll identify those tables only, and then we'll load. We'll identify those rows only, and then we'll load the change data on. So that is change data capture. And then parallel execution. So using parallel execution, how you can perform the parallel execution and multi-threading concept within a Talend. That we'll discuss in module 12, and module 13 will discuss about joblet, which is a reusable component, how you can reuse your components or transformations within Talend. That we will discuss in joblets, and custom components. So if you are not sufficient, if you are not good with the existing components and you need your own component, for example, you have a Spark code or that need to be used within the Talend tool as separate component, you can create your own component by following some procedure. So that is that we'll discuss about custom components, how you can write your own custom component, all these things. Okay. So this is about data integration. This is actually targeted 45 days, 1.5 day per day. So within a fast track maybe we can complete within 15 to 20 days. Means 2.5 hours per day. 2.5 hour per day. So coming to big data content, we have total designed six modules we have designed. This is big data. In the first module, we'll discuss about the big data and Hadoop ecosystem. Each and every Hadoop ecosystem, how the Hadoop ecosystem will work, and what is the architecture, and how you can communicate with those. All these things we'll discuss. In module 2, it is specified for educators, and module 3 it is specified for Hive, and module 4 will discuss about Kafka, and module 6, module 4. Module 5 will discuss about Spark, how the Spark will work, and what analysis we can do, and real-time customer data analysis using Spark. All these things we'll discuss in module 5. And module 6 will discuss about Twitter sentiment analysis, how we can do sentiment based on different sentiment analysis approaches. We'll discuss in module 6. Yeah, these are about our BI content and big data content, what we plan for this session, these sessions. And if you have any questions, you can ask me right now, or if you have any questions, you can contact Rama on this. She will clarify. Yeah, that's all from my end, Pradeep, for today.
Yeah, Raj, this is a good demo. So I have a couple of questions. Like, so would only talent will help me find a job, or do you suggest I should also learn some other tools which can complement? So because I'm planning to go for a domain change. Currently, I'm working for Deloitte, so as
Okay.
a business analyst. So I wanted to change my domain. So that's the reason I'm thinking of learning a tool which can fetch me a job in next 2 months.
Oh,
Yes.
that's nice. So I think talent is sufficient for that. But if you are looking for a job within data integration tool, so talent is the best thing. So to support the talent, I would also recommend to go for Cassandra as well, Cassandra training as well. So Cassandra, just learn the Cassandra. If you are not interested to have a training in an institution, you can go with a online training as well. I mean to say, the documents you can download from website, and you can start reading the Cassandra in parallel. So that would be very helpful for you. So Cassandra is one of the database, NoSQL database, um, where you can construct your database needs. NoSQL in the sense not only SQL. It's not there will not be any SQL. So not only SQL thing. So you will find so many features compared to current RDBMS databases. So we will discuss about one more NoSQL database within our session. So that is a Neo4j database. So Neo4j is something like Neo4j is something like graph database. If you see Facebook or Twitter, there you can see so many users are connecting to each other. So that concept has been implemented in the database. So that we are going to demonstrate within our Talend big data sessions. So apart from this, better you can learn the Cassandra as well, your own, or you can attend any sessions from any institute. So that would be helpful for you. And for data integration jobs, Talend is very helpful to you to get the job within 1 or 2 months. So you can start searching after 15 days after sessions. You can start searching. So
Okay.
so I could say this is a good tool to start with data integration.
Okay. Okay. So are the implementation has been completed? Is it in like people are going for it? So how is the current market?
Market is good.